Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Quantum Break on the PC for Windows 10, and this is my guide and walkthrough for the hardest difficulty, and we're currently on Act 4 of Quantum Break. So it's a pretty anemic act, and an overall pretty anemic game as far as the gameplay. Admittedly, the gameplay is really fantastic, but it's kind of lacking, and it's rather disappointing coming from somebody who is who had really high hopes for this game, and it just kind of fell short with the amount of content. I think is the biggest problem because I'm already on Act 5, and I can already tell that it's probably going to be just kind of more of the same, unfortunately. But we're making our way through Act 4 here. We've got a warehouse fight. We're going to have a Juggernaut coming up, so I would try, if I were you, to pick up a shotgun because it's probably the best tool to deal with that enemy. Somehow I must have dropped it over here. But this act was pretty disappointing for me because I think one of the sub acts had no content in it as far as gameplay. So it's got a couple of challenging fights, so that's what's really good about this. And I looked up on the NVIDIA drivers, and apparently there are no more driver updates for this game. And I looked on the Windows Store, and there's no more updates for this game. So we're running the latest software for it. But anyway, we've got a shotgunner over here. Did I have the shotgun there? I must have dropped it somehow. But this is a really difficult fight because there isn't much cover. Of course, there are cars to take shelter behind, but taking shelter behind cars is always dangerous because enemies tend to blow them up very quickly. And if you observe, we have a Juggernaut here, so you want to do the time dash at these guys, which is left bumper hold and do a charge at them and shoot them in the back. Preferably with like the carbine or the shotgun. It will make really short work of these guys. If not, you might have a little bit more of a protracted fight using like an assault rifle or something like that. But kind of difficult just because of the spam happy nature of this Juggernaut and the fact that there isn't much cover. So we're gonna try to do our best here using, I think, just the assault rifle. If you notice what happened right there, I didn't hold the button down long enough and it kind of canceled out of the attack. It happens a lot in this game, and it's my fault, but kind of annoying anyway. Okay, so I think this guy's almost dead. There is the majority of, I think the majority of this video takes place in the last fight just because it's a long fight, and I had a bunch of enemies spawning on me. I think more enemies than I normally had. So we're gonna fry this guy up, and I think we're on almost the last segment. So we've got just a couple of guys out here, and then the bulk of the fight will occur over here. And it is the last engagement. You're going to have a couple of snipers up on the roof, possibly like 3. This is a really good spot to stand over here, but I tend to rush guys and not be too passive when I'm playing, just because it's a lot more fun to watch somebody who's running around doing different things rather than just hanging back. But if you saw right there the stomp that the character does on him. There's a checkpoint right there, by the way. These snipers are really ruthless and deadly. And I had so many enemies spawning over here that I thought it was some kind of an overlapping of the spawns or something like that. And I think it may even have been the case. One of the issues you'll face here is being too far away from the snipers. So you're going to have to advance up. You'll see me do it in a moment, but the stomp that he does, I just wish that he did more attacks, and I can't emphasize how much I think that the enemy should parry it. I just think it would be so much better if they parried it. You know, they go to parry, you do a QTE or something skillful, like skill dependent. Like here, see, like it's just the punch and the stomp. That's all he seems to do. And all you can do is just watch it. So it's kind of boring, even though it's a fun attack to do, to charge an enemy and then to press the B button. But even though I say that, like, how fun is it? Oh, another one issue that I had over here was clipping around these. I'm not sure what they are, some kind of a generator or something. Just clipping along the edge of it and getting stuck on like the clipping of it, and the sniper's taking me out really fast. So you've got to be really quick on your feet over here, very, very quick and fast, just because these enemies tend to flank you. Like, you'll go to look and see if they're flanking you, and they're already flanking you. They're really quick, and I have to give the game credit for that, because the enemies, they do hunt you out in a very realistic and kind of cutthroat way, which they should. I mean, it's intelligent AI design. But you know, I would just say take all the ground-based guys out, and then just kill the snipers. Just, you know, you can do it in the reverse order of that, but normally what happens is these guys charge you and flank you while you're trying to take out the snipers, and they end up killing you. I think I died at least 5 times over here, just several times of getting just 1 or 2 shotted by the snipers. And just look how many guys there are down here. I think there's even more coming. But it's kind of funny, because sometimes there was one time when I was on the last sniper and he killed me, and I hadn't killed like half of the enemies that ended up being in this particular run. But yeah, yeah, you got to be really careful. See that how I backed off. And I think from this vantage point we can't hit that guy, so we're gonna have to come up. And whoa, what a short chapter this has been. Like, really short, or act technically. Yeah. Something else strange happened here. I had one guy left to kill, and he was just kind of chilling out up on the roof, and he wouldn't make any advancements like towards me or any kind of actions, and I had to reset the checkpoint. So we might be able to hit him from here. These guys have a ton of HP too. So yeah, we can't even hit him from here. But if we freeze him, we should be a little bit better off than we are. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the guide. I hope that give me some feedback too if you like the format that I put this guide in without doing any traversing of the environment. It took a lot of deciding on my part whether I would do that or not, and I think it actually makes the guide really concise and fun. You know, it does have that brevity to it and that feeling of, you know, I want to show a lot more, but I just think that I had to really do some tolerating of this game, to be honest, so that it kind of was enabled me to kind of do what I wanted on this particular run. But I think this is the last guy here. I'm going to see you guys in the final act, so be sure to take care.